Shoulder! Shoulder!
The gray December skies over Windsor Castle provided a perfectly neutral backdrop for a masterclass in royal sartorial diplomacy this Wednesday, as the historic fortress played host to Germany's President Frank-Walter Steinmeier and First Lady Elke Budenbender. The Princess of Wales, alongside Queen Camilla, executed a meticulously planned sartorial narrative in two distinct acts. The afternoon's events saw a shift from a publicly diplomatic uniform to a profoundly personal and undeniably British statement of identity, proving that for a modern royal, a state visit wardrobe must speak in multiple, nuanced registers. The official welcome ceremony on the damp castle grounds was a study in coordinated elegance and symbolic intent. Stepping onto the dais, Princess Kate and Queen Camilla presented a united front in strikingly similar shades of deep, resonant blue. Kate's tailored coat, with its sharp silhouette and elegant black velvet trim, and Camilla's own impeccably cut version, were far more than a simple case of royal color matching. This is Prussian blue, a pigment with profound historical roots in Germany, explains Dr. Livia Firth, a cultural historian specializing in semiotics of dress. Its use in military uniforms, particularly the famous Pickelhaube helmets of the 19th century, and its prestige in fine porcelain and art, makes it a color loaded with cultural memory. For the princess and the queen to select it is a deeply informed gesture of respect, a visual acknowledgement of Germany's rich heritage that goes beyond the simpler, more obvious choice of the black, red, and gold of the modern flag. The choice, while subtle, did not go unnoticed by style observers. The harmony between the two senior royals projected a sense of a solid, unified British institution, while the specific hue served as a sophisticated, pre-researched greeting to their guests. Their hats, too, followed this theme of respectful cohesion. Kate's wide-brimmed design with a delicate net veil, and Camilla's structured pillbox, both in matching fabric, offering a nod to traditional formal millinery while framing their faces for the significant handshakes and photographs that define these first moments. Once within the ancient stone walls of Windsor's state apartments, where the atmosphere shifts from the grand spectacle to focused conversation, the Princess of Wales unveiled her second sartorial chapter. The Prussian blue coat was replaced by a masterpiece of British fashion identity, a bespoke, long-sleeved navy dress by Burberry. This was not merely a change of outfit, but a deliberate pivot in narrative. The dress, a modified version of the label's iconic check wool design, was crafted in a deep, solid navy, allowing its true significance to be revealed in the cut and detail. The defining feature was the subtle, woven Prince of Wales check patterning on the fabric, a Glen Urquhart tartan that has become a global symbol of British tailoring and is intrinsically linked to the title held by her husband, Prince William. The choice is brilliantly layered, notes royal commentator Elizabeth Holmes. She is wearing the literal pattern associated with her husband's destiny, produced by Britain's most famous heritage fashion house, for an event showcasing British history and diplomacy. It is a threefold assertion of national identity, institutional continuity, and personal partnership. The fashion statement was then profoundly deepened by her jewelry selections. Having foregone a necklace during the windy outdoor ceremony, Kate adorned herself for the indoor reception with pieces rich in personal and national history. First, the Susan Kaplan 5-strand pearl necklace. The choice of this specific piece, which she has worn for solemn occasions like Holocaust Memorial Day and VE Day commemorations, carries its own weight. Susan Kaplan is a renowned London-based vintage jeweler, and the selection of her design, a faux pearl piece that consciously evokes the multi-strand styles beloved by the late Queen Elizabeth II, is a poignant nod to the monarchy's late matriarch. It's a bridge between generations, says jewelry expert Alexandra Michel. She is invoking the memory and enduring style of Queen Elizabeth II through a design by a contemporary British, female, Jewish designer. For a meeting with German dignitaries, given the historical context of her previous wears, it adds a subtle, unspoken layer of gravity and remembrance to the elegance. Then, completing the transformation, came the sapphire and diamond drop earrings that belonged to Princess Diana. This was the most personal stroke. By wearing her late mother-in-law's jewels, Kate integrated a deeply emotional thread into the formal tapestry of the day. The striking blue sapphires also created a harmonious visual link back to the blue tones of the earlier coat. But their meaning was entirely different. No longer about German history, but about William's personal history, Kate's own connection to Diana's legacy, and the continuity of the Windsor story. As the afternoon light faded, royal watchers' attention turned forward to the glittering climax of any state visit, the white tie state banquet at Buckingham Palace. The afternoon's fashion narrative has set a high bar, making the evening's jewel choices the subject of intense speculation. The Princess of Wales has a well-established favorite for such occasions, the Cambridge Lover's Knot Tiara, another heirloom from Princess Diana's collection. Its romantic pearls and diamond arches have become a signature part of Kate's most regal appearances. However, the strategic and symbolic depth displayed in the afternoon has led to fervent hope among enthusiasts for a surprise from the royal vaults. After such a thoughtfully curated day, one wonders if she might continue a theme of British icons, muses Michelle. The Queen Mary's fringe tiara, worn by the Queen on her wedding day, and by Princess Anne and Princess Beatrice for theirs, is a masterpiece of pure geometric diamond brilliance that speaks to a different, earlier era of monarchy. Or perhaps the Vladimir tiara, with its versatile pearl and emerald drops, offering another chance to nod to a color theme. All eyes will equally be on Queen Camilla, whose recent choice of Princess Eugenie's stunning emerald wedding tiara, the Greville Emerald Kokoschnik, for the diplomatic corps reception, broke with tradition and was met with widespread acclaim. It signaled a new chapter for the Queen's jewelry box, one of unexpected and modern selections. Will she return to a grander, more established piece like the Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, or continue her trend of delightful surprises? The German state visit wardrobe of the Princess of Wales thus far has been a masterful exercise in nonverbal communication. Through color, cut, and cherished jewels, she has navigated the complex requirements of her role. She began with the diplomatic language of respectful homage in Prussian blue, a color chosen to speak directly to the guests of honor and a vocabulary of shared European history. She then transitioned, within the intimate grandeur of Windsor Castle, to a declaration of self. The Burberry dress rooted her firmly in British soil and her husband's destiny, while her jewelry, channeling both Queen Elizabeth II and Princess Diana, wove a tapestry of personal lineage and poignant memory into the formal occasion. It was a powerful reminder that the modern royal toolkit includes an encyclopedic knowledge of history, a sharp sense of national identity, and the emotional intelligence to let personal history amplify, rather than overshadow, public duty. As the palace chandeliers are lit for the banquet, the final sartorial sentence of this historic day awaits. Based on the eloquent prose she has written in wool, silk, and gemstones so far, the expectation is not just for grandeur, but for meaning. Every choice, from the coat button to the tiara peak, is a word in the ongoing story she helps to write for the crown.